enjoyed it today.
Oh, who's the new chap? Who's the new chap with the handsome man with the nice cap on that I'm seeing there?
That's a goodie.
Yeah, Segodi, how you doing? How you doing, man?
I'm good, and how are you, man?
Fine. All right, follow me, take it and start us up.
Okay, all right. We're back with our AFCON series again, and today we're going to be discussing the top of the table clash between Egypt and South Africa. And with me to do that is Segodi, Warifa Marcos, Kule Williams, I'm still Afolabi, and Mustafa Jinodi.
Okay, welcome Bafana fans. Last time you said that we were Nigerian goons, that we don't know football. You also said that I was drunk and I don't know what I'm talking about. Today I'm drunk because I'm drinking Guinness, which is Nigeria's favorite beer. I'm drinking Guinness.
Guinness should come and sponsor our show.
I'm drinking Guinness and I'm drunk, but I know football. Don't ever tell me I don't know football. Follow me. What did I predict the score of the game would be?
Yeah, you said,
I think it was 1-0 Egypt.
Yeah, 1-0. You said it narrowed.
And I said it would be a tight match because South Africa is going to have numbers in the midfield. South Africa had the midfield covered. And in defense, they had numbers covered. They were playing a mid to low block. South Africa, listen, you're going to learn today about football. They were playing a mid to low block. They had the defense covered. It was very hard for Salah to create or for Mamouche to create. But this was a moment of brilliance from Salah because Salah, that penalty, that ball was supposed to go to South Africa. You saw that at Falabi. South Africa had the ball, but Salah fought for the ball again, got into the box, got a lucky penalty.
You guys swing these around.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that Salah made that goal happen because a lot of forwards would have given up that ball because the South African guy actually had possession of the ball and Salah took it back from him again and disrupted the play. Beautiful, beautiful play. I'm going to have to call you out to go to you saying what Salah, you saw what Salah can do. Clinical finishing of a penalty. Then you guys were given a gift. South Africa was given a gift. You failed to beat Egypt with 9 men. No excuses here. Failed to beat Egypt with 9 men. No creative play. There's some people on the show who told me that I don't know what I'm talking about when I said South Africa doesn't have a creative midfielder. How can you lose against Egypt when they're down by 1 man and you can't find a way to score? Lau Foster almost scored. He had a shot, but he didn't have enough, and he was working hard. So Lau Foster was when you have numbers. Why was Lau Foster doing all the work in the midfield for South Africa? Not midfield, but he was doing all of the work for them. It's supposed to be the other way. They're supposed to be supplying him. Am I wrong, Segodi? They couldn't find a way to open up for him when they had the numbers. Also, Egypt, God saved their life. Yeah, Egypt's God saved them. They defended as if their life. They defended as if a bunch of people were coming in there to rape their wives. They said, "You won't enter this box. Like, you won't enter the hole. You won't enter the hole." Yeah, the goal. Now, I won't talk much about the penalty. It was kind of controversial. To me, I don't know. It looked like that defender had his hand on the line. Bukazi played well, shut down the defense. Shut down the attack of Sam. The defenders played well. No creativity, and also you can't lose to a team when you're like Egypt and they're down by 1 man. Everybody kept saying, Segodi kept saying, "Oh, we're going to be we own these people. We beat them." Segodi, when was the last time South Africa played Egypt?
2019.
So how can somebody talk about 2019? This is 2025. Last thing. Oh, we're going to beat them. They're Ali. This is not African Champions League. This is Africa. This is Africa. It's not Champions League. Yeah. You're not playing Al Ali. You're playing Mamouche. You're playing, what's his name?
Salah.
Trezeguet, and you're playing Salah. You're not, same as South Africa. Egypt wasn't playing Sundowns. They weren't playing Pirates. They were playing South Africa. Yeah. Both squads, good teams. Followers who watch our show, keep insulting me. I'm never wrong, okay? You got that? Okay, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts, Segodi? Segodi has to leave early, so what are your thoughts? I guess it's Segodi there.
Segodi,
from the beginning of the game. Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, good. Sorry, I know it's a sad day for you.
No, from the beginning of the game, I knew we're not going to win the game because of the type of players that we put in there. We were playing with 3 defensive midfielders. We had no number 10. It showed that Bruce went to the game to defend. But you don't play Egypt like that. South Africa never plays Egypt like that. You don't go and defend against Egypt, because even you can see from the beginning of the game, those guys. The reason why I was saying they had nothing, you could see in the beginning of the game, Williams and Mokoena, they were passing the ball in their own box. Normally, we play them like that, and then we get our creative, maybe Themba Zwane as a number 10 or
Mugwane
then we open Egypt up. They don't cope with speed. So today Hugo Broos was totally wrong. He got the tactics wrong. He played Moremi. He didn't play in Kota. Everything was just wrong. The game for me was not up to par. I didn't like the game at all.
But to me, South Africa was controlling the midfield. Okay, they were controlling the midfield, and they stopped Egypt scoring. So to me, that was his strategy. His strategy was to make sure Egypt doesn't score and get a draw. And he almost got a draw, if not for that penalty. So to me, I don't think he got the tactics wrong. Because if you look at the game, the midfield, Egypt had more possession for some time. But even though Egypt had more possession, South Africa controlled the midfield. And on defense, they had Salah and Mamouche covered. You see what I'm saying? So maybe what you're saying is right. Maybe they should have opened up and played score for score against Egypt. Maybe, I don't know. What are your thoughts, Afolabi?
Yeah, I was.
BK, if you want to go, you can go.
I was a little surprised when I saw Mbata, Mokoena, and Sitole. These are all defensive midfielders. So you ask yourself, maybe Hugo Broos wanted to just play for a draw. Because if you look at the structure of the game, the Egyptians came out to attack. Even Zizou, who didn't start the first game, started this game, and they moved Omar Mamouche to a false 9 position to take advantage of the space, in the attack. So if you look at the way South Africa played, they were very conservative. And if you look at the way the game went, if after Egypt had scored, Egypt did not get a red card, they wouldn't have had to sacrifice Mamouche for Imam that came on. If they didn't sacrifice Mamouche and they stayed on the 11 man, they would have steamrolled South Africa. Because South Africa came to this game very conservative. And in spite of that, Egypt was finding space between them. They sat in a mid-stroke low block and they weren't coming out. I expected the likes of Modiba and Mudau to overlap. They only started overlapping when they had a man advantage. They just sat back. There were no true balls to Foster. Foster was dropping deep into midfield to try and find scraps. I mean, they looked so defensive. For me, they came here to draw the game, really.
Yeah, and Foster was actually Foster is actually their most creative player, and he's not a striker. He's not a midfielder.
He's not a midfielder.
Because he almost had an assist, that back flip that he gave to the guy, and the guy missed it.
They didn't give him any. He was starved of service. They didn't give him any kind of balls. And when they had the opportunity when they had a man advantage, their attacking was so one-dimensional. Take the ball to the wings and cross into the box. And the Egyptians dealt with this very well. They have about 4 of their defenders that are 6-footers, and their goalkeeper is a monster in the
because we didn't have a number 10.
Yes, there was no creativity.
I've been saying that for weeks. People told me I don't know what I'm talking about. South Africa doesn't have a number 10. They don't. Yeah, I've been saying. Oh, but no, I'm stupid. I'm the goon. Okay, yeah. Okay. All right, what are your thoughts, Mr. Kool-Aid?
Hindsight is 2020. I look at the game slightly differently from everyone.
You're looking at with your sunglasses.
The South African coach probably thought Egypt is going to be the toughest game. And that's why he packed the midfield with defensive midfielders. And he doesn't have many attacking options. But the criticism is, and this also happened to Manchester United when they went one man up. When you have a one-man advantage, you throw off as many defensive players as possible and just overload with attacking players because they're not going to be able to do anything offensively. And what happened is that they have an extra man, but because they got too many defensive players on the field, there's no creativity.
So Bruce should have
advantage of that extra man.
I just think he was afraid. I think he was afraid to go against Egypt.
He showed a lot of respect against Egypt. He was afraid.
I can understand the fear in the first half, but once you've gone a man up, you've got to make.
Yeah, but he's still afraid. He's afraid of. I'm serious. He's afraid of Salah and Mamouche. He's afraid of their counterattack. Yeah, I'm serious. That's what I think. I mean, I'm not saying that he should be afraid, but
no. But I think Egypt helped him by removing Mamouche, and they brought on Imam Ashur.
Yeah, he kept inviting it, but he played so many defensive midfielders and too much defensive play that he kept inviting attack after attack. And whether that penalty was genuine or not, a true footballer would say, so what? Whether there's a mistake or not, why is that? Why are they in my half in the first place? And why are they mucking about the penalty area in the first place? Because there's something wrong with my defense in the first place.
And also, that shot was going nowhere. Mokoena missed that shot. And why is Mokoena so far forward to shoot like that? Anyway, what were you going to say quickly, Segodi? Because then we'll go to Warif. Yeah.
what I'm saying is Hugo Broos got everything wrong. He was afraid of Salah and Marmoush, but those guys had nothing against Mutau and Mbogazi because Salah didn't.
Mbogazi played well. He played well.
Even Mutau that side, we had no problem. He was just panicking for nothing. This was an easy game for South Africa, even more than Angola.
You guys are still saying easy. Let me tell you, I'm not going to argue with you today. But don't say it's easy.
Let me make my point.
Listen, nobody, even the
it's never easy against Egypt. You can beat Egypt, but you can't say it's easy. Yeah,
nobody can say it. Even the favorites can't say Egypt is easy.
Yeah. Yes, no. Honestly, listen to me. Hugo Broos got everything wrong. He was afraid of Salah and Marmoush. But we had players to deal with them one-on-one.
I know, but what I'm saying, Segodi, even if England plays Egypt, it's not easy. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, even Brazil will struggle against Egypt. Egypt are not easy for anybody.
Listen to my point. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying easy in terms of winning. I'm not saying easy in terms of winning. Listen to me. I'm not saying easy in terms of winning. Yeah. I'm saying it's a team that we can play our football with.
Okay,
because
I can agree.
They are not Nigeria. They are not as physical as Nigeria.
That's true, because Nigeria was more physical. That's true. Yeah. Okay, so this time I didn't shut you out. I listened. Okay. You hear me, TK?
We can play.
TK, I'm listening now.
We can play our tiki-taka with Egypt.
You know he's watching this. Hi, TK, how's it going? Go ahead, yeah.
Go on.
Go ahead. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, what I'm saying is he was fearing something that is not there by playing three.
I agree with that. He should have played more courageously.
Because Mbogazi could deal with Mohamed Salah, and then Mutau can deal with Marmoush, who were supposed to express ourselves.
But here's the thing: even if they mark Salah only needs one moment of brilliance. They'll mark him out for 90 minutes of the game. Just like that goal that he created for himself. That ball was a chance that South Africa should have gotten. Because what happened was they stole the ball from him, but then he came back and took it back and then went in the box. He hustled. So that's what I'm trying to say about him. You can hold him down for 90 minutes. It doesn't matter. All he needs is one time, which is why South Africa has to score. Because you can't Salah will score in the 95th minute, or Marmoush, or one of those guys. But it was a good game, though. What are your thoughts on Mr. Warren?
Yeah. Well, it was a good game, but at a point, I got angry with the South Africans. Why? Because from the onset, from the second half, they started bombarding, the Egyptians, taking on them, rushing. I said, we are going to gas out. You would have taken the game precept upon precept. Don't just rush them.
Oh, yeah.
You gas out. The Egyptians should gas out. Take time, play them, and what we said here, that using three defensive midfielders, you can't get a goal from that. If you have more creative midfielders, you just run down these guys because they already shot one. Pass the ball around, then you give a true pass. Simple. But South Africa, they just came out. The coach had the belief that this will be their shot one. Let me go all out. Let's go all out and get them. So I think the coach got it all wrong. So maybe he will learn from this one.
Also, I hope can I just say, when you're criticizing the coach, let's take him easy on him. The reason I'll say that is because the goalkeeper for Egypt
saved their life.
Performed heroics. A couple of mistakes, and we'll be talking about South Africa.
That Egypt's keeper did fantastically.
Yeah. A couple of mistakes for that keeper, and we'll be saying South Africa were great, etc., etc.
Yeah, that's why I remember before this. That's why I predicted a close game, maybe Egypt 1-0. I didn't disrespect South Africa. I didn't disrespect Egypt. A lot of people have been disrespecting Egypt. From South Africa, we're talking about this is going to be a cakewalk. This is Africa. There's no cakewalk in Africa, man. Morocco beat Zimbabwe 2-1. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's close.
There's no small team.
I don't think they have to go to ShopRite or somewhere. Any last starts to go there.
I still expect South Africa to qualify, even if it's
they'll qualify. South Africa.
Sure, they will.
They need a point.
No, it's just that South Africa has been saying they're the best team in Africa. They've even been saying that they're better than European teams. So we're not saying you're a rubbish team, but come back down to earth, please.
No, Mara, you can't go by 3, 4, 5 fans and then you start thinking.
Oh no, I'm getting this from tons of people on the channel. Not just, and some people are even polite. They're like, you don't know, you don't see that Al Ahly. So many people told me we beat Al Ahly. So many people told me we're going to beat them. And all I'm saying is that you guys have to have respect. You've already started thinking about the World Cup and already celebrating your victory against Mexico. Before you beat Mexico, beat Egypt.
African football is like South American football.
They need about 3 big stars to compete in the World Cup. They need 3 massive stars.
Yeah. No, and that first game in Mexico, I want to go there myself to the stadium so I can see what the Mexicans are going to do.
They have a team, but they have too many Indians and not enough Chiefs. They need about 3 Chiefs.
South Africa needs a number 10 too. But anyway.
Yeah, they need 3 Chiefs. They need a number 10, they need a striker, and they need a midfielder.
Foster's okay. Foster's good though. Foster's good. Yeah.
For every African team that is going to the World Cup, I think they need to use this Nations Cup as a dress rehearsal to look at their lapses and
also people should watch out for Congo. Congo's playing. This is the game of the tournament. Congo Senegal tomorrow. I can't wait, man.
Yeah. Nigeria.
Yeah.
Right now.
Oh yeah. So what were you going to say, Mr. Kule? Segodi, you can go. Don't wait. Don't miss the
exact opposite problem. We have too many Chiefs and not enough Indians. Yeah. South Africa have too many Indians and not enough Chiefs. South Africa have lots of hard-working players, but not enough outrageous talent. We have lots of outrageous talent and not enough hard-working players.
Yeah, because the South African team was well-drilled. The way they played today, they did what Bruce wanted them to do. Covered the midfield, covered in defense, but it's just they didn't have enough creativity and talent up front. Yeah. What do you last thoughts, Mr. Warif? Yeah.
You see, South Africans, they should learn to accept their weakness. They just believe that they believe that they are the best that they can. It's good to have that belief, but sometimes calm down and study other people, look at it from different angle. And the coach should also, like, we all agree that they are midfield. They don't have a creative midfielder. They should take this time to build up. If not, in their third match, anything is possible. This is African football.
And can you imagine, Lau Foster saved South Africa? Imagine South Africa didn't have Lau Foster. They'd have a serious problem if they didn't have him. They would have the other games would be 0-0. Let me start. What's your thoughts, Afolabi? But it's true. It would be 0-0 without him. That guy
South Africa will qualify, but I'm yet to see how because
easily they'll qualify. Yeah.
I'm not inspired by the way they attack. If they continue that game for another 10 minutes, Egypt would comfortably defend against them. It was simple. Take the ball to the flanks, cross it into the box, and their keeper and their defenders were dealing with it. There's no imagination and craft in their attack. So who's going to come and do it against Angola? Yeah. Who's going to do it against other teams? You could see Foster dropping to come and collect the ball. They don't have any skill in the attacking third to open defenses up. That's why I have a concern.
Okay, yeah, so you're still here. Do you have anything to return to what Afolabi just said? Yeah.
No, I'm not worried that much about the
South Africa will qualify. They may even make it to the semifinals. I'm just saying it's time to take. This is Africa, man. Nobody has won the championship yet. Before the tournament, it sounded like South Africa's already lifted the cup, man. Imagination.
That is us now.
Honestly speaking, I can't see why the coach would go to Nigeria and play with 2 defensive midfielder, and then which Nigeria is the team that
but here's the thing, more dangerous because of Salah and Mamouche are dangerous. See, the Nigerian forwards, they're not well integrated together. You see what I'm saying? And also
Nigerian play as individuals, they play as a team.
Also, Nigeria scored through the center, through Osimhen. They score through Osimhen. They don't score through their wings. Egypt uses their wings, so that's what makes them more dangerous. They use their wings very dangerously. What were you going to say? Sorry.
No, he was totally wrong there. He played played for a draw. He was totally wrong. He got it wrong. Some things are genetic. Let me just.
It's debatable. It's debatable. Yeah, go ahead.
Some things are genetic. Like Nigeria, West African teams will always dominate us, and I know that North African teams will always struggle against South Africa because that's how it is.
That's true.
They struggle against. We never did our short passes today.
Segodi, and also, do you remember what I said?
Segodi, if I was Hugo Bruce, I would take off Mokoena and bring on an additional striker and put Egypt on that.
Bring Michael Jackson.
Yes, Michael Jackson was supposed to even start the game.
In Kota.
Michael Jackson was supposed to start the game.
Kuna, you know what we call him? We call him Michael Jackson because he wears gloves.
Michael Jackson is He's the guy that made us.
I can't wait to see the responses for today. This is gonna be fun, but it's been better anyway. All right, what are you gonna say?
All right, guys. I'll see you then.
Oh yeah, so cool. Take us out.
Have a nice day.
Nice show. Let me pick you live. What are your thoughts
last comment about South Africa not getting Michael Jackson, who's bad, to play for them and rescue them? Myself, Segunda, and Marie. We bid you good night, farewell, adieu. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you guys. Very good show. Very good show.
Yes.
Very good one. Thank you.
All right.